Good morning, the good people of YouTube. Guess where we're going today? Yeah, we are going back to Shmee150’s house. We've got some more work there today. Not sure if I'm going to be able to get a whole video done with the work I'm doing there, but if I can, then this whole video will be just for me being there. So it'll be one of those little specials that we spoke about before on videos. So yeah, I'm going to see it from my perspective. I'm going to do most of it from the Ray-Bans, so you'll probably end up seeing the team. I don't know who's going to be there, to be fair. I think George and Martin are there. Puppy, see Tim. Not sure about Brad. I don't know about anyone else. But got a bit of work there today. We're going to head over there shortly. Just going to go to the wholesaler now and pick up the materials. And then we're going to crack on over there. So the next clip you'll see will be me pulling into his driveway. And probably, I don't know if Tim's going to be there ready and waiting. We'll see. But I'll get it all on the Ray-Bans, so see you there. Here we are, and he's waiting for me. Try not to run him over. Morning, morning.
You've actually
How are you?
beaten Martin.
I have, haven't I?
Who's arriving in a second with his new van.
Oh, interesting.
And you're also filming.
I am, yes, sorry, I forgot to tell you, I'm filming. I've got the new... Is that him here?
Is that it?
It looks
that
like
is
it.
The new Novusmobile
Look at that.
in its majesty.
Where's the red carpet?
Oh, yeah. I hope that wasn't too awkward. Saying hello to you.
No, not at all. Well, I gave him his space. Is this for me?
He can squeeze in next to you. I'm just going to hold it.
Okay.
But there it is. We went to see it being built, and now it arrives. Sunshine came out just for it, except it rained completely where Martin came from. Martin's
It's silent.
hybrid, same as ours. Good morning, sir, and congratulations.
Morning.
Dan, how
Hello.
are you?
Not bad. How are you?
You have new wheels. It's exciting. Sit to you. Right. The first question, Dan, is that you have buckets in Shmee spec.
I do. Thank you very much. Must remember this.
Shmee spec, MSRT spec. Literally, actually, you know we've had 3 different coloured MSRTs. We've had light blue, bright green, and pink.
No way.
Yeah.
Just need an orange one now.
We don't have an orange MSRT. Can we explain what we're doing? I think
Yes.
we touched on this briefly.
Yeah. Should we go and have a look?
Yes. This was basically something that had been discovered initially from a comment.
Yes.
And then obviously a lot more research and chatting about it.
100%. So what we're looking to do is provide your house with RCD protection, because at the minute it doesn't have it from the incoming side, from the grid.
Yeah.
Which is a requirement for TT systems. And what I've done, I've spoken to Proteus, who have very kindly given me a lot of technical help with this.
Yeah.
As well as Napit, who normally on my t-shirt, but not today. Technical, and have also confirmed what I was thinking is correct as well. So we're installing RCD protection here to comply with the regs.
So effectively, what you need is me to get all this out of the way.
Yep. All these cables.
To go out, power the thing off,
Yep.
the whole house off, and install some stuff somewhere up here.
Just up here, yeah.
Yeah? Oh, just sit on the top.
Right where these cables are.
Yeah, okay, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
All of this actually should power down and then just slide out the way. This is why I got a server shelf that was on wheels.
Makes sense now.
We have access.
For exactly this reason.
Everybody was like, why are you getting such a big one for just this? I'm like, because we've got to deal with what we've got to deal with. Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to figure that out.
So what I need to do, I need to turn all the power off to the house, which hopefully doesn't set your alarm off, fingers crossed.
Well, if it does, I'll just get a phone call.
And all the rozzers will come down the road. I've got a drill into the top of your fuse board to put a new enclosure up there.
Yeah.
And then obviously rejig all the cabling inside to extend the original cables that go to your fuse board upstairs.
Yeah.
One to your cart lodge.
Yeah.
And then into the enclosure up there and then back down again.
So basically, a couple of hours without power.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll survive. In the modern day with hotspots and power packs for phone charging.
We're going to put you back in time today.
Yeah, I don't really know a world without power. Right, let me come and figure out.
This is where your solar panels will come in handy in the future.
Yep.
So
Yep.
when something like this happens, you can still run off
Jump onto that
the
system.
batteries. Yep, in the future. So.
You could also have a UPS for this. I will eventually have a UPS for this, but if we have the solar panel system, I don't necessarily need a UPS.
Well, it comes with it. So
Exactly,
yeah,
it
it'll be
does it.
exactly. So
Effectively.
yeah. So
Right, we'll
yeah.
figure that out. Well, I think the weather forecast is quickly heading in the direction that it said it was going to go today.
Yeah,
That blue sky this morning was short-lived.
it was. Give us false hope today.
Yeah. So we did. It feels like an age now.
It does, yeah.
But we did a talk about, obviously, power comes into the property, it then distributes from here over there,
Yep, over to that.
which will be significantly upgraded, and it goes into the house, and then from the house into the car lodge.
Yep, that's correct.
Long story short, in the future, once this has all been reclad, solar panels on the roof, battery backup system, very clever advanced stuff, but for the time being, old school power box.
Indeed. Which will still be here when you have it all. But
Just all connect into it.
you won't need to rely on it so much anymore. I saw that spider, look at that.
Whoa! That's a big guy.
I'd give him the keys and walk away.
That is a big old, whoa!
The body on it. Jesus.
Countryside life. So yeah, you gotta get your hand in there now.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him for me. Right, you ready for the big old shutdown?
Yeah.
It's very anticlimactic, it's not
Yeah.
very ready. That's all it is. That's it.
Well, at least things didn't explode.
You're now in the Stone Ages.
And then you padlock it, obviously.
Yep.
Padlock it in.
So no one accidentally comes and turns it back on whilst I've got my hand inside the fuse board.
Yeah.
And then you have a firework display inside your plant room,
Yeah.
which is not going to be pretty.
And a very unhappy Dan.
Well, I wouldn't care after that. I wouldn't be here to tell the tale.
We don't want that.
No,
We would be very sad.
that's done. There we go.
That spider.
That spider
holy smokes.
that can stay there.
Yeah. When nobody wants to go anywhere near him, he's fine.
He's your security guard. There you go. Alright, so here we are. So what we're doing today is we're upgrading the system here. So we've got 25mm tails going to the car lodge and 16mm tails going off to a subboard upstairs. As this is a TT system, it requires RCD protection to the incoming of the property. So what we're going to do is, because this type of fuse board here doesn't allow you to have an RCD on this section, we're going to install an enclosure up top which will house the RCDs for the cart lodge and the subboard upstairs. We're going to be extending these cables up to the RCD and then come down through here, so it's fed from the grid through here, through RCD, out to the cart lodge, and again through here, out to the subboard. That is the plan, and that's what we're going to do. So first thing we're going to do now is prove dead. We're going to take some covers off, because we've killed the power out there, as you would have seen in the previous clip. I'm going to prove dead here before we can start working on it safely. It's all locked off, so let's get cracking. What I've done so far is I've lined the new enclosure up to the top of the fuse board. Whee, fall off steps. I've cut the holes out and I've marked the circles where I want to drill. And what I've done is done a little cross in the middle, so I know the centre point, or a rough centre point of the holes need to drill, so they're not going to be skew-if. So that'll be my next port of call, is to drill through the fuse board top. And then I can obviously cover this up with a bit of cardboard, make sure no swarf gets into the equipment. And then I can drill the holes, and then I can then mount or screw the drill, the mounting holes for the bolts. So I'm going to put a couple in. Can't rely on the bushes to do it, but I'll put a couple in there, which will be fun. So onto that bit next. We're drilling holes into the top of a fuse board or an enclosure. Get some cardboard, stick it underneath, bend up the corners and the ends so it creates like a little miniature bucket, and drill away. It catches 95% of the swarf, because the last thing you want is all these metal filings falling in between, you know, all these terminals and buzz bars and stuff, because it can cause you a world of pain if anything shorts out. So yeah, just keep it tidy, keep them caught, and then it's just nice and easy just to take it away and then chuck it in the bin then, rather than if I can get the hoover out and brush everything out, which we'll do anyway, but it just reduces that. Moment of truth, all these line up. I think they line up fairly well. So it wouldn't be a job of mine if it wasn't something didn't go wrong. So as you can see here, I've got some 25mm heat shrink for this 25mm cable. And anyway, I've shrunk it down to as small as possible. This is 25mm tails, that's a 25mm armoured, and it does not shrink down low enough. So I've got to go get some heat shrink now, which is small enough that'll fit around there. Yay! Right, so we have got what we needed now from the wholesaler. The heat shrink we've been supplied, or I ordered, was a little bit too big. Even once it had been shrunk down, it was still too big, even though it said it was a 25mm cable. So I've had to buy this smaller stuff, which looks just about the right size. It says between 5 to 10mm, so not sure what that means, but we'll give that a try. And if it doesn't work, then, well, it'll be another trip to the wholesaler, won't it? Anyways, on our way back now to Shmee's house. Get this fitted, get it done, because the power's still off, and I don't want to leave them without power for too long. It doesn't look good, especially when they've got stuff in the fridge and freezer. I don't want it to go off, although normally it's okay for a few hours. You know, it's been off since, you know, 8:30 this morning, so what's that, 2 and a bit hours already. So I need to get a move on. Back to Shmee. Right, little status update where we're at. We have got the 3-phase RCD in place, with the tails going from the cart lodge, which goes into the bottom of the RCD, and then you obviously got your feed into the top from the grid, so it goes through the MCB, through the RCD, and back down through to the cart lodge. So that's where we're at the minute. I'm just going to do the neutral conductor, which we'll put onto this down here, and then we can work on the subboard upstairs and wire the 16mm tails into that one, because that's 16 by the looks of it, not 25, which is lovely. So the camera and my glasses have died. So this is what we've done so far. We've installed the enclosure, installed the RCD for cart lodge, installed the RCD for the subboard, connected it all up in the mains. I'm going to oh my god, that was awful. Excuse me, that was bloody weird. Anyway, sorry about that. Headphone users. Anyway, from the grid into this MCCB. It goes up through here. This is a 125 amp buzz bar. Now this up here is a 63 amp buzz bar. Now for all you guys that don't understand, this is a 2-stage buzz bar fuse board. So you can have some sub mains come from it, from here, but it also allows you to run 63 amps through the buzz bar on a domestic scale up on this section. So this feeds the cart lodge, that feeds the subboard upstairs, and what we've done is gone grid through the MCB up to here, through the RCD, which is a time delayed Type S 100 milliamp RCD, and the tails come out of there down to the cart lodge, and then I've crimped just here for that one. And for here, the opposite way, it goes live and the neutral's here, so live and neutral go up into the top, out the bottom, and goes through this cable here, and that cable goes upstairs to the subboard, which is a 16mm SWA, and this one is a 25mm SWA. That is all done, ready for testing. Put the lids on, label it all up, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Right, so update. In true Dan and Renewelec fashion, everything's been fitted, everything works, except for the RCD. Now I can turn that on, sends power up to there. It will not turn on, it is faulty. How frustrating. So I'm waiting to hear back from the wholesaler to see if they can get one to me today, like ASAP. At the moment, the cart lodge is dead as a dodo until that is up and running, which means they have no internet, no car charger, anything like that. So it needs to be done today, really. So hopefully the wholesalers pull through. But everything else is on. Everything else has gone really well up and running. I've put a double socket up there now rather than a single one, upon the request from Tim. Labelled up the lid. Just got to wait for the part to turn up, really, and then I can do some testing and finish the labelling, and that's it. I'm done. I'll put some blanks in the lid. Put some blanks in the way as well. Yeah, such is life, and all is fun. Here he is, old Tommy boy. Is it recording? Yeah, recording. My saviour. Oh, Tommy, 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 Tommy. Okay, so Tommy has just delivered the new RCD, which has now been fitted and is now inside the enclosure. Now, these little blanks don't quite fit very nicely, but you know, there's not much else I can do with that. That's what's designed for this fuse board. So anyway, on this goes. We'll label this one as a subboard, which is what it is. And the reason why there's some rips on this is because I put the lid on upside down and then labelled it upside down, and when I went to close the lid, it didn't close because the slot is on this side and I put it on that side. So stupido. That's what happens when you don't think properly. After things go wrong, your mind goes into overdrive and all over the place. So anyways, on to testing. At Shmee's house, riding his scooter. Woohoo! Whee! Right. We are tested. So I've got to say a big thank you to Proteus and City Electrical Factors for this. What they've done is they've very kindly supplied this Proteus time delayed Type S 100 milliamp 100 amp RCD, suitable for TT systems, which is great for Tim's house. So what it does, it allows selectivity between the RCBOs that are installed in the cartridge fuse board and also the RCBOs installed in the subboard upstairs, which control the bedrooms and all the bits and bobs up there. This is an MCB, that's an MCB, and this is an MCCB. So yes, thank you very much for that. The 100 milliamps means you've got the extra bit of earth leakage so that it doesn't interfere with the other RCBOs, which are 30 milliamps. And the time delay means that if there is a fault and the RCBOs don't trip in the desired time, this is a backup and will trip it anyway. So yeah, that's just like I said, it allows the selectivity of the correct device. So rather than losing the whole fuse board, you'll only lose one circuit if there's a fault on that said circuit. So thank you very much to Proteus for that. I really appreciate it. And yeah, and Tommy at CEF and the Electref branch as well. So you guys have always been fantastic to me, so thank you so much. And that there concludes my time here at Shmee's house. So I'm just waiting for them to get back as they've popped out to go run some errands, and I can kind of run through what I've done with them, do a quick bit of film with them, and then go home for some dinner. Thank you everyone for watching the video. It's much appreciated as always. Didn't get a chance to film with Tim and Brad at the end of the day with my own stuff because of a slight delay we had with a piece of equipment being delivered. So unfortunately they had to shoot off and run some errands, and which meant that I couldn't do my part of filming with them to kind of run through what had been done. You'll have to see that on Tim's video. But again, thank you again for watching the video and getting this far. If you could hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, it really does help the channel to grow. And in the future, hopefully we can put out some more polished content, hopefully. Because at the minute, it's just me filming on the glasses or on the phone, me editing it. I'm not an editor. I'm not the best at it. I'm doing what I can. But with a video editor, it can make it look a bit more polished. So anyway, thank you again. Stay tuned for the next video next week. I really appreciate you. Thank you very much.